In February 2025, the FBI stormed the mansion of Gene Hackman, the famous American actor known for his roles in Unforgiven and Enemy of the State. Inside the mansion, agents discovered the bodies of the actor and his wife, as well as an entrance to a secret tunnel beneath the house. What was there? And why is this discovery increasingly surrounded by eerie rumors about Hackman's past? Today, we will step over the threshold of the Hollywood star's gloomy mansion and uncover many secrets. Ready? Then let's begin. The quiet retirement of star Gene Hackman left the film industry almost 2 decades ago, choosing seclusion in Santa Fe with his wife Betsy. At 95, he became a recluse, hiding in a mansion surrounded by a high fence. Betsy, a pianist, was his shadow, always nearby, always carrying in silence. But one day, the silence of the house was broken. Workers who came to fix the pipes found the couple's bodies in the living room. The air was dry, and the bodies lay in unusual positions. The police stated that Betsy died from hantavirus, a rare infection that hides in dust and is carried by rodents. Gina passed away later due to heart failure. This is the official version of the deaths, but it raises many questions. Why weren't the elderly couple missed earlier? Hackman, though old, called his assistant every week. And how did the hantavirus get into their wealthy home? In New Mexico, this infection is found, but usually in old barns, not in mansions. Neighbors also suspect that the official version isn't quite right. One recalled, "Sometimes at night I heard a hum from their house, as if he was working there, some kind of equipment." In BR, after an anonymous call, they raided the mansion and found something. People say that one agent stumbled over a hatch in the basement floor, hidden under a carpet. A tunnel opened up beneath the hatch. Dark, damp, leading deeper underground. Why would an actor need a basement within a basement? Let's try to figure it out now. The story of the tunnel. The descent into the tunnel became a real challenge for the agents. The walls were rough, earthen, the air heavy, with a hint of mold. It wasn't just another basement, but a passage that went further than it should. Rumors spread immediately. Some talked about boxes of papers, others about old bones in the corner. One guy living near the mansion claimed he saw something terrifying, like agents carrying out something large wrapped in cloth, but there is no evidence to support the eyewitness's words. The police are not commenting on the FBI, only referring to the raid on the mansion. It's just an inspection, but concerned people in Santa Fe know that such inspections don't happen out of nowhere. New Mexico, a land with history. Beneath it stretch old mines, shelters, passages, and smugglers' routes. Maybe the tunnel was inherited by Hackman from the previous owners? Or did he dig it himself, hiding something from the world? A local old man recounted. "I saw a light beneath their house, late at night. I thought they were storing wine there. But, as it turned out, deep underground it wasn't wine at all, but something much worse." This discovery suggests the thought that their death might not be an accident, but part of this mystery? The Hackman theory. The tunnel under Gene Hackman's mansion has greatly stirred the public's imagination. Even now, a month later, people are whispering, speculating about Hackman, and each theory is scarier than the last. The first and most harmless theory is archaeology. Hackman loved old stories. He wrote novels about the Wild West, loved digging into the past, studying history. Maybe he found traces of something from another century under the house? New Mexico has many eerie historical sites, Native American burial grounds, Spanish caches. What if the tunnel became his personal excavation site? He could have been hiding very personal items there, or perhaps remains of something he wanted to conceal. The second theory is darker. What if Hackman was experimenting? Traces of mercury were found in the house, old and leaking from jars. It's used for processing metals, and it is extremely toxic. Maybe he was testing his findings and accidentally poisoned the air? The hantavirus that killed Betsy could have come from the soil he unearthed. Neighbors recalled. The dogs were coughing long before their deaths, as if they sensed trouble. Could it be that by digging in the tunnel, Gina released something deadly? Scientists say the virus can live in dust for years. But why was Hackman so careless? Was it a planned release of the virus, or did he not understand what he was doing? The third theory, the most sinister, is a secret society. Hackman lived a solitary life, never inviting guests. What if he was part of something hidden? In the past, socially dangerous groups operated in New Mexico, such as Masons, smugglers, and even cults. The tunnel could have been their old hideout, discovered by accident. Or Hackman might have built it himself for meetings in the dark. The hum that the neighbors heard suggests that something was operating there. A machine, a generator, or maybe something worse. Some believe he became a victim of his dark patrons, and his death was not an accident, but retribution for associating with the wrong people. Underground experiments. The FBI neither confirms nor denies the facts about the mysterious tunnel, but rumors are spreading everywhere. One source reported that boxes were found in the tunnel, wooden and darkened from moisture. Inside were papers, yellowed and crumpled. Could these be Hackman's notes about his books? Or something personal that he didn't want to show? A former neighbor of Hackman who saw the agents insists that the boxes the agents carried out contained bones, but he couldn't make them out clearly. But they looked like animal bones. The house stands on old land where farmers once lived, so it seems there's nothing surprising about that. The bones could have been left by those farmers, but then why were the agents in such a hurry to take them? Witnesses also mention a work corner in the tunnel. A table with a couple of tools and jars of mercury. Something like a field laboratory. Hackman could have been cleaning his finds there with mercury, testing the metal for quality. Mercury is toxic, and its vapors could have risen into the house and mixed with the dust. This explains the hantavirus, a virus plus toxins, and a fatal outcome is ensured. Bones, papers, mercury, nothing supernatural, but together these things lead to eerie thoughts. What exactly was Hackman doing in the basement? Digging for ancient artifacts? Let's try to search for answers again within the walls of the house. A strange cassette. The mystery of Gene Hackman's tunnel is becoming more detailed and full of various speculations with each passing day. Recently, a user on X reported that the papers seized from Hackman's house contained, among other things, the actor's personal notes. It wasn't a full-fledged diary of Hackman, but something like a collection of notes. In them, Hackman wrote about the hum in the walls and shadows that move. One line read as follows: I went down lower. It's cold there, but something nearby is breathing. This seems like the ravings of yet another internet troll, but the actor's passion for solitude, as well as the effects of dementia, make one think. Could Hackman have actually heard something deep within the underground passages? Or was some creature stirring in the darkness while Hackman explored the dungeon? It is claimed that the FBI also found a worn-out tape with the actor's voice. In the recording, Hackman speaks quietly with pauses. It's there, underground, I can sense it. Then, a low hum, possibly, the same one that reached the neighbors at night. Skeptics will say it's just groundwater gurgling deep down or the earth crumbling. But on the recording, this sound seems unnatural, as if something alive is knocking from inside. Why did Hackman record this? Did he want to prove to himself that he wasn't going crazy? Or did he want to leave clues for those who would come to uncover the truth after him? A spy past. To better understand the mystery of the tunnel beneath the mansion, one must look into Hackman's life. He was not just an actor. He lived with secrets. In his youth, he served in the Marine Corps, then played spies and paranoids. For example, in The Conversation, this role might have settled in him and resurfaced due to dementia. Hackman once said, I'm drawn to what is hidden. After his film career, he immersed himself in books, wrote about old times, and delved into dusty archives. Perhaps this attraction to history led the actor underground? He might have found an old map or heard from locals about tunnels under Santa Fe, deciding to verify their existence himself. Dogs. There's another thread with the dogs. There were 5 of them, and they lived with him until the end. Neighbors noticed. Before his death, the dogs howled and coughed as if sensing trouble. Bones were found in the tunnel, old ones, animal bones, maybe from previous dogs or from something else. Hackman loved them, but did he not notice that they were suffering? This leads to a thought. The tunnel affected everyone in the house. Maybe he knew more than he said, but remained silent. Out of fear or stubbornness. His loneliness is also important. He avoided people, closed the gates. This is perfect for a person with a secret, whether it's experiments with the land or meetings with shadows of the past. What if he became part of something hidden? Not a cult with knives, but a quiet group that keeps old secrets. Or did he just get lost in his thoughts, digging deeper than he should have? The opinion of Hollywood. When rumors about the tunnel surfaced, the world buzzed. Old friends of Hackman from Hollywood shook their heads. He was always an oddball. Someone joked that Gene found something under the house. A plot for a new movie. A frenzy began in Santa Fe. People crowded by the fence, filming every corner. Neighbors near Hackman's house fueled the fire, telling the crowd of onlookers all sorts of tales. One old man swore, I knew something fishy was going on there. Chaos erupted on the internet. Posts about the tunnel multiplied like mushrooms after the rain. Someone was selling dust from Hackman's garden, or just dirt in a bag, but there were buyers. Some saw him as a brilliant digger of the secret. Others saw an old man whose obsession ruined his wife. The town asked for peace, but curiosity prevailed. Everyone was anticipating the truth, but a new discovery shattered all perceptions. A map and a sensor. The secret of Gene Hackman's tunnel is shrouded in new shadows. They say agents found a map down there, old, on a piece of paper that crumbles with age. It showed passages under Santa Fe, with a cross right under his house. The lines are rough, with some symbols, not letters, but something ancient, resembling traces of the past. Scientists say these could have been mines or caches dug hundreds of years ago. But why does Hackman need it? Maybe he found it somewhere in the archives of an old farmer and decided to investigate? Or did he draw it himself, digging deeper? Next to the map lay a box, ironed with wires and a dim light bulb. When it was touched, a hum sounded, low and trembling, like the one the neighbors heard. It could have been an old sensor. Such devices were installed in mines to search for water or ore. But who turned it on? Hackman in recent days? Or did it come to life on its own when the tunnel was opened? Some whisper that this hum awakened something underground. Gases, dust, something poisonous. Could it have been the last straw for the hantavirus? Agents took the box, but its echo still resonates in the stories. The map and the sensor. These are not just things. They hint at something. Hackman was searching for something. Maybe a stash from the past? Or traces of those who were here before us. The hum could have been a key or a warning that he didn't hear. Hantavirus. Betsy's death from hantavirus. A thread that leads to the tunnel. The virus is rare, hiding in the dust left by rodents. But in Hackman's clean house, there were no mice. So where did it come from? They found soil in the tunnel, dry with small bones, as if from rats or dogs. Scientists say the virus could have been dormant in this dust for years until it was disturbed. Could Hackman have dug and brought death to the surface? The mold on the walls, black and damp, only made things worse. Its spores could have mixed with the virus, turning it into a killer. The dogs, witnesses, they were coughing and howling even when Betsy was alive. The neighbor remembered. She complained that the dogs were scratching, but thought it was fleas. Could they have been the first to inhale the poison from the tunnel? Hackman might not have noticed. Age was taking its toll. His mind was getting confused. Or did he know, but kept silent, absorbed in his secret? Mercury, mold, dust. All of this could have become a trap. The experiments with the soil that he conducted below turned against him. But what was he searching for? The truth or something that is not spoken of aloud? The tunnel became the breath of death, quiet, unnoticed, but extremely dangerous. Hackman, without realizing it, due to his journeys through the underground, signed a death warrant for himself and his wife. Hackman's obsession with the tunnel, due to his reclusiveness and unwillingness to go out in public, found a pursuit he enjoyed, exploring ancient dungeons. However, considering his notes about shadows and rumblings, it becomes evident that Grandpa got too carried away with his underground excursions. What did Hackman see there, in the depths of the earth? Maybe he found an old mine and decided that something important was hidden there. In New Mexico, there are legends about gold, hidden caches, and people who disappeared underground. Or maybe he believed in the myths of the past, about Native American sacred sites that hold incredible power. His roles in movies, as we mentioned before, could very well have played a cruel joke on him. He played spies, people who see things that aren't there. What if this paranoia came to life in the mind of the unfortunate old man, and the tunnel became his refuge, a place where he sought the truth or hid from it? The map, the sensor, the notes, are like a message, but for whom? For us? For those who know more? Or for the shadows he sensed below? Or maybe he understood that he was leaving and wanted to leave a trace. There's something there, he wrote. Is it the cry of a possessed man, or a call to those who will come after? The FBI took his secret, but it still whispers from underground. What did he awaken? And what is left waiting for us? Strange patterns. The story about the mysterious boxes in the tunnel soon found its continuation. Social media users living in Santa Fe claimed that the boxes taken away by agents contained strange stones with unusually carved lines. According to leaked data, they had a faint hint of radiation, not from a bomb, but from something else, possibly uranium, which can quite easily be acquired on the black market. The stones, as eyewitnesses said, were very strange. The lines on them were not just scratches, but patterns that could have been left by people from past centuries. Maybe Heckman found a stash not of gold, but of stone paintings from ancient Native American tribes. The mercury he used might have been used to clean the stones. But where did the radiation come from? It could have come from the ground he unearthed. Or is it the result of his experiments? Careless, deadly dangerous. Spot Sapnica. Heckman's mansion became a ghost house. Santa Fe. They want to sell it. The price has gone up because of the hype. But no one is in a hurry to live where death emerged from beneath the floor. The town is whispering about creating a museum to show the tunnel to people, to tell the amazing story. But the FBI keeps the house locked up, as if afraid the public will find something important there. Until everything is clear, they said, and stopped answering journalists' questions. But filmmakers are already sharpening their pens in anticipation. Movies, books, and podcasts about the Hackman mystery are waiting for the right moment to reach the public. To the public, where some see him as a brilliant archaeologist who dug too deep, while others see an old man whose passion for the unknown ruined him, and his wife as well. The mystery remains unsolved. Betsy remained in the shadows. Her piano was sold at auction, but someone bought it, claiming that the keys still hold the touch of the famous pianist. The surviving dogs found a new home, but their howling is still remembered by the neighbors. The tunnel, they say, has been filled in. At least that's what the local authorities say, but the people living nearby swear. Sometimes at night, the ground hums like it used to. Could there be something left down there? Bones? A secret? Or the result of Heckman's experiments, waiting for its time? Debates on this topic continue to rage online. People speculate about what the reclusive elderly actor was hiding. Some demand that the FBI reveal the truth, while others are convinced it's better not to touch this topic at all. Heckman is gone, but he left behind, besides fond memories as an actor and writer, a chilling legacy in the form of a strange basement. The secret of Heckman's mansion is a story that stirs the blood and chills the soul. Experiments with the earth, a tunnel to the past, or traces of those who hid their secrets under the hills. He dug, searched, but found death. For Betsy, for himself, the FBI took away his secret, leaving us with whispers. What's down there? Maybe he wanted to tell us something? Or hide it forever? Conclusion. What do you think about the mystery of the Hackman Mansion? Do you believe in the horrors of the tunnel? Write in the comments. If the story intrigued you, give it a like and subscribe. There are many more untold mysteries ahead.